Halcyon City, a bustling metropolis on the forefront of technological, economic, and social advancement, but it's far from perfect. Such greatness attracts great adversity, and the heroes of Halcyon City must protect it from time-traveling madmen, superpowered mercenaries, and evil masterminds. When those stalwart capes retire, who will take up the mantle? Well, the young bloods, of course. Teenagers struggling with their newly discovered powers, finding a date to prom, and battling insane supervillains at the Plaza Mall, all before curfew. And what's more fun than breaking curfew to beat on an anthropomorphic Triceratops? Welcome to Heroes of Halcyon City, an actual play podcast of Masks, a new generation. Hi everyone, welcome back to Heroes of Halcyon City, an actual play podcast of Masks at Nerds on a Roll. My name is Lauren, I'm your Dungeon Master, and as always with me is...
David Schulke,
Robert Segura,
Tom Nguyen,
Katie Kawaguchi.
Last time we left our heroes, they had just destroyed Everbright's sanctum. Thank you, Golden Glove, for that one.
you're welcome.
And the Necromancer had made off with the Eye of Grohm. And I would say karma came back around as the very sanctum that Golden Glove destroyed fell on top of him. So, where we left off, we have that scene of you all standing there amidst the rubble, and the green beam kind of into the sky, and now we get this panel of you all standing there as well. It's maybe been a few minutes as you sit there and discuss what to do. The Aegis are collecting their wounded, helping any... There are, like, very few civilians, if any, nearby now. Most of this city area has been evacuated by Aegis. So the APCs are rolling out. Because they're basically, for some reason, they became a mobilized military force.
when you're
when you're dealing with this stuff...
zombie apocalypse, kind of makes sense.
Kind of makes sense. So... they're kind of moving out that way. You can hear some radio chatter off to the side as they begin to move out. You talk amongst each other. Golden Glove, I'm pretty sure you're still hurt pretty bad. And Everbright and Bronze Era. It's Everbright, Bronze Era. Not Billy Spider.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
Nighthawk.
Nighthawk.
He was like a
Nighthawk
little
left, remember?
douche.
He's like, I'm done with you.
And he
I'm
like
gonna save.
left.
Yeah.
You
And,
guys need to get your acts together because I'm a horrible leader.
What a
I'm
shithead.
Yeah, he suddenly became the villain. We're like,
and
what happened?
and Lancelot's still there.
What a cool guy.
His
What a
neck
cool
might have
guy.
been like a little bit. I think
I'm sorry.
it got injured or no, it's like the antenna.
You destroyed the Nazgrim
of this
broke
guy.
the sensors,
Yeah,
and so
Yeah.
the like screen is permanently stuck open.
I didn't
until
mean
you
to break
fix
them.
it. Yeah, alien tech doesn't work well. Okay, so you see as this green beam extends into the sky across the city landscape, a very thin sort of blue veil domes up, creating a small, peaking high above and creating a small opening that allows that green beam to pass through, but sort of like a force field, it looks like. This is at Trinity Park, a ways away. You overhear a lead Aegis agent, identifiable by his black combat riot gear, shout over a megaphone. Roll out, moving to Trinity Park, lockdown scenario. At
Where's
which
Trinity
point,
Park?
it's in City Central.
it's like the downtown
Like-
park for the area we're in.
We're in the Spires.
Yeah, in the Spires. So, you are there with Bronze Era, Lancelot, as Nighthawk took off. What do you do?
Okay, so I'm gonna
Am I
apologize
awake?
ahead of time. Because,
and Everbright, she's there.
yeah.
Well, I thought I tried to make you feel better, but I don't remember.
Everbright passed the fuck
You
out.
try to comfort and
She
support,
did.
but I don't think it worked.
She did. She
Everbright
passed the
is
fuck
unconscious.
out.
Yeah,
Everybody passed out. She took you out of the magic from you, right?
yeah. She tried to put the magic from
And healed me.
She took the magic in me,
Which I swear I had a
healed
custom
up
move
the
for you.
Arthur.
What the hell is that?
I don't know.
I'm
Because it's magic.
insecure, so I need to get my
You're
rank on
you're dead.
eventually. I'm not dead.
You're dead.
You're like,
Dude, okay,
She
a
revived
steel
me.
beam just dropped on you
You're
and she
still, like-
healed you. Pretty sure you're not gonna just get up and be like, alright, I'm chipper, let's go do this,
Dude, you
guys.
just
walk it off.
got smashed by a building. You're still
But,
like groggy.
real quick, let me put in the disclaimer now.
I feel.
Wait, hold on.
Hit me so I know how.
Wait, so let me put the disclaimer right now. I am gonna try to do the French accent because it is, in my mind, 100% how Theo has been this
Hell
whole
yeah.
time. The level of success may or may not work out, but
No, I can't do a French accent.
it will be what it will be.
I'm down.
So
I'm
anyway,
good with that. It's fine.
so we'll be back.
Okay, so shifting gears, you see the Aegis agents roll out towards Trinity Park. You have Bronzera, Golden Glove with you. You have a passed out Everbright with you, and you have Lancelot with you.
I'm gonna Theo's gonna turn to Arthur and so I imagine like, okay, so you just got healed, right? So you're still probably on the ground, like maybe leaned up, like
in the crater.
maybe propped up against like like one of the
Bronzera
sides.
Golden Glove is holding him.
Yeah.
I was holding him.
Yeah,
Isn't
like
he
he's
almost dead too?
yeah, they're both beat to hell.
Yeah. So, obviously with the giant beam in the sky, no time to heal or
So
recuperate.
I'm just awake right now,
Yeah,
and in my mentor's arms, and I'm like, "What's up, dudes?"
Oh,
I'm not like that, but you know what I
yeah,
mean. Like,
yeah.
like,
Like
I'm
coming
just-
out of that morphine, there's like, what? Okay.
no, I'm just like awake,
Yeah.
and I'm in his arms, and I'm just like, "All right, so what's like?"
Yeah.
Almost like I'm crippled. I'm like, "All right, what's the plan, guys?"
So anyway, so I'll look at all of the different
What's the
heroes.
I
plan?
can't not imagine the guy from Arrested Development, the guy that Martin Short played. He was paralyzed from the waist down, and he had this really big, strong man carry him around.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh,
imagining.
I imagine.
Shoot me!
So
But we
Theo
can do that
will
one.
look at Arthur and say, Arthur, are you going to be okay? Like, I know you just got back up, but can you walk? Can you stand on your own?
I don't think I have the luxury to not be able to.
He's
the spirit.
he's a golden glove. He'll be fine.
Okay.
Then
Then,
set me down.
He sets you down like so we get like that. He like puts your legs down. He sort of stands you up, and he like lets go of you. What happens?
I kind of start to fall, but like I keep trying to catch myself. But you see me like almost like when you're falling asleep, but you don't want to, and you're like like that. But my whole body,
How many conditions do you have marked right now?
just one,
Just the one.
just insecure right now.
Just insecure. You're a little insecure because Girder got dropped on you.
I mean, I feel like that's appropriate right now.
So we've got the two golden gloves, and
Well, I guess I will tell Lancelot. Lancelot, you should take Everbright, Bronze Age Golden Glove, back to safety. The four of us will continue here towards Trinity Park. Assuming, of course, Arthur can do it.
Bronze. He says, "Nonsense. I'm going with you." And you see him kind of like sway on the spot. Well, how do you react to that, Arthur?
Take his keys.
I look at him and
And real quick, before, does anyone here have influence over Bronzera?
Ooh, I do.
I
I
do.
saved his ass.
I have influence over Bronze.
Okay.
And I
Wait,
push
no, I
one
don't.
forward. I'm the only
I
one.
thought you did, Kid Katie.
Nope.
Did we not give it to me?
You saved him, and I think you chose that.
Yeah, I'm almost positive you did. If you
There's
didn't, I think
the
saving him is worth it. I can choose to give it to you anyway. So take influence over him.
Okay, so we both have influence over him.
Yeah.
So I myself am woozy, and I steady him. It's like the blind leading the blind, or like when two people are drunk and they're trying to help each other. But I turn to him, kind of help steady him, and I tell him, "You need to rest. Look at yourself. You can't even stand it. How are you going to fight? Let us handle this."
Yeah, you have +1 on all moves targeting him, so...
I guess that would be more support and comfort than provoke. No, provoking him to foolhardy action. You're trying to comfort him, like
provoking isn't necessarily a foolhardy action. It's just trying to get someone to do something.
yeah,
But it does imply they take the bait.
I would
yeah.
like to.
So I was gonna say
amend-
this is like comforting him. It's like we can handle this. Like
I think it's
and-
definitely... It's a weird move,
yeah.
but that's what applies best.
And I would like to amend it and also add on, go back to Bullet Case Sam. he's going to need help. And if things go to shit, you two are going to be a force to reckon with.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. Roll to comfort and support him. And you get a +1 because you have influence.
Because I feel like the inclusion of Bullock Sam would be
It's a good inclusion. I like that.
Oh, shit.
Nice. That 3,
all right.
though.
So I got 3 + 1 for my forward against it, and comfort and support is mundane.
Yep.
Well, that's a 0 for me, so I got a 4 total, so that is a fail.
Mark, experience.
Yep.
Potential.
Your potential
Oh,
is rising.
And I leveled up again.
Oh.
Arthur. So going
Probably.
back, were you picking a move?
Yes, I'm gonna do things something right now.
What's the advance you're taking?
Rearrange your labels as you choose and add +1 to a label.
Okay, so Golden Glove just failed to roll, and you advanced because of it, and you chose to rearrange your labels and then increase one of them by 1. So what did you do and why?
So I went ahead and just I increased my danger. Well, first I rearranged it, so my danger went up to 1 instead of being -2, or 0 instead of -1, and lowered my mundane. Then I was given the option to add a +1 to any of my labels, so I went ahead and increased my danger again. And we were talking, but basically the reason why I wanted to increase my danger is because, again, like, I had a building drop on me, and so it's like I am dangerous. I'm not like
Also broke a building.
Yeah, I also broke a building, so I am not like, sure, I am the savior, and I do see myself as like being the team leader, more or less the team leader. So I feel a little bit more superior, but I am a danger. I'm not like just a normal person. I am dangerous. Like, I can break a building, and I broke a skyscraper. So that's why
specifically you broke the castle built on top of the skyscraper.
So I am dangerous is essentially what we're getting at.
Okay. So Bronzera looks down at you again.
You're overcompensating there.
I'm dangerous. He goes, if Sam has half the brain we think he does, he's evacuated by now, or holed up somewhere. I'm not retreating from this fight. I'm not letting Necromancer get the best of me. We are Golden Gloves. If Sam taught us anything, when the going gets tough, we get going. We don't stay down. We stand back up. And we never throw in the towel. And
Will Golden Glove, with all due respect.
hold on, he's shifting his labels.
Oh, shit.
Get right. He's you failed to support him, and he's saying, I'm not going away. But he's I want him to up your savior with that.
He can't.
Oh, is it locked? I forget.
It's not locked.
It's
not
just
locked.
it's a
But
3,
it's
so
at
it would
3, so
mark a condition.
you could,
Yeah. It would
So-
mark a condition if he were to shift it because he has influence over you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he would mark. So he would try and shift your savior up with that.
But then marks a condition,
Mhm.
which is
That marks the condition?
If you try and shift someone's labels,
in any direction that it cannot move.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it negates the total shift, and he marks guilty on you.
Can I try to resist? Or I guess,
You can always try and resist. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you don't accept his influence.
I don't accept this condition you're marking.
I think what they're like the way that translates is he's saying like
We're heroes.
we're
There's-
heroes.
There's no backing
Look at
down.
you, like don't tell me to back down. He's trying to make you feel guilty for telling him to back off when you're both Golden Gloves. Almost to the point his goal is to make a mark. Like maybe there's an underlying like I'm not going to let you take that from me.
Yeah,
So-
I got a 10, by the way.
Oh, to resist?
Yeah.
Oh, you resist.
I'm gonna go ahead and dampen this parade. You didn't roll a 10, you rolled an 8. Insecure is -2 to reject others' influence.
Oh.
Ooh,
Thank you.
wait.
Ooh,
Theo.
you're right.
You rolled an 8.
You have a +1, which is 9.
Yeah, okay.
So-
Because it's against him. Do you have any other ongoing effects or anything?
No.
You can spend some teams selfishly if you want.
But yeah, so otherwise you're at a 9 total.
So he told you that,
Mhm.
and you, Kid Katie, you want to aid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which you get him a +1, which gets him up to a 10.
Mhm.
and spends your one routine from the pool. And so how does that look when you aid and what you say to take both of
Is our team now 0?
Yes, your team is now 0.
So he said to you, what was the last thing? Oh, I'm a golden glove.
Yeah, we never throw in the towel.
We never throw in the
golden
towel.
gloves. Salty Sam or Bullet Case Sam taught us we never throw in the towel.
Well, if you were smart, you would know when to stop and take a break. In your condition, you're no help to us. You would only hinder us. So why don't you just sit back and let us handle it?
And then your response to immediately defy him, because she's sticking up for you. I think that counts as aiding in this case for sure. It's especially because you have influence over it.
Yeah. And so what I do is I stand up and I'm already standing up, but I position myself right in front of him, steady myself, and then I'm just gonna a gentle push. All right,
so
let's
you
do it.
give him that push.
I give him a push.
And he stumbles over backwards and he falls, and we get like this shot from like
I imagine it's
down,
like silhouette.
From down, and then you're standing up above him and like bathed in the green light of the beam, and then your little speech bubble says,
Besides, I'm the golden glove now.
And he just kind of stares at you a little shaken. And
I'm gonna help him. I offer a hand to help him back up.
Push him down and then help him back up.
Well, first,
he
squeeze.
reaches up and he bats it away. He says, "Kid, you're gonna get yourself killed. But if your ego's that big, I guess it's not my problem anymore." And he just kind of glances at you sideways. And he looks up and says, "Lancelot, they want to run straight into the lion's den. Let them. The city might be safer without him anyways." And he looks up at the skyscraper that's partially destroyed. Lancelot looks a little conflicted, not sure which way to go, but he's got, in his mech's hands, he's got Everbright, and he just kind of shoots you all a look as he follows Golden Glove off.
God, it's such a dick thing. I feel bad for doing it, but
All right, so
I needed to.
and then
Why?
we get in the panel of Golden Glove turning to look at all of you, and what do your faces look like seeing that? Like,
I'd
how is
imagine
your
I'm a little
reaction?
stunned.
I'm shocked.
Like, considering everything I've been feeling,
I feel like you'd
probably
be
look at you as
proud.
kind of like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, you fucking stand up to him.
So I'm gonna
Be your own legacy.
waddle, hobble, whatever.
Trumble?
Yeah, because I'm a little woozy
Well, at
still.
this point, like,
Oh, am I starting to get my footing again?
yeah, I think you
just
are.
Okay.
super cool. Now you're ready to go.
Oh, okay, cool.
You've removed all of your conditions, your strength is starting to come back, and, like, at this point, the damage is mostly superficial. Mostly thanks to Everbright's healing, but, because you had, like, a lot of conditions marked when she hit you, didn't
Yeah.
you? Or when you got hit,
Yep.
I think.
I have like 3. So anyways, I go over to Theo. I go over to Theo, and I will give him, like, one of those cool side fist bumps, where they're like that. And
With the bottom of your fist.
yeah, we're just like, I'm gonna say, I guess let's head to the green light. Seems like that's where everything's going to shit.
Okay, team. So, shall we go? Unless there's something else more important over here. I don't think Necromancer's gonna wait for us.
Yes, I don't think there's anything more urgent than a giant, glowing beam of dark energy.
So we all have the same goal in mind then.
I need a ride.
We're going to stop him. Whatever it takes. So I don't know how to deal with magic, and unless you guys have an idea.
I like the idea that we, like, as you say that, Theo kind of looks up at the beam and, like, visibly shudders. Like, remembering how it felt to have absorbed magic just shut him down.
Hopefully we won't need to deal with magic. We hit him, and we hit him hard without him noticing. Let's try to get in there quiet. Just hit him with all we got.
Right. Never mind the giant force field. that is
I know
around
you
the-
just took out your master, but that seems very, very foolhardy. You think we're going to sneak up on this master necromancer without a problem?
I think we did it once before.
You underestimated us before.
We'll just have to be smarter. I don't know what to tell you. We have to do this.
I can't argue with that.
Let us at least go over there and see what the situation is like. There's no point thinking about what is from here.
You're right.
I think with that, you'll, like, power up and just charge for it.
Right.
You gonna fly with me, pal?
I'm gonna jump on your back.
We get like a couple montage scenes of you guys running through and
Not
like
like a
there's
horse.
like riding on the back of it.
Piggyback ride.
there's
Arms.
the streets are still
underneath the
teeming
armpit.
with zombies, and as you get closer and closer to the area, it's still zombies like everywhere. We get these shots of like them kind of walking through the streets. I mean, it's like almost like Walking Dead status in the more zombie populated areas. It's not like a teeming horde, but they're there. And I created a fun little custom move to set this whole thing up. When you push through a zombie horde, roll plus danger.
Are we pushing through or are we flying over them?
That's still going to be pushing through in this case.
Okay. Who's rolling?
Everyone.
Oh, jeez.
Remember
when we
that
use
one
the
time
team
you guys
pool-
brought my danger down to -2?
Yeah, mine's at
When
-1.
we use the team pool, does it just stay at 1?
It goes into 0.
0 right now.
Okay, so it's just.
I flipped it at 6 because realistically we aren't at 6. I just don't want us to think we're at 1.
I got a 5.
I got a 10. Thank you, moving danger up.
I miss.
I got an 8.
4 minus 2, so I get a 2.
Okay, so Kid Katie and Golden Glove succeed. Golden Glove gets a 10. On a 10 plus, you make it to your destination unscathed. So describe to us what that looks like.
So it's just a big horde of...
We're talking, you guys going through the streets, you can describe this little montage however you want, but I want to know how,
Okay.
like, from a comic book's perspective, what does it look like?
So, feeling pretty baller from my shutdown of...
Hurting my mentor's feelings.
I guess, yeah. Well, no, because I am the Golden Glove now, and I just saved a whole bunch of people from a building collapsing on them. So I'm doing a few moves where... So I punch a zombie, but he explodes, and then the ones behind them start to, like, fly back, too. It's like one of those, like,
Power
punches where it's like, boom, boom, boom. And I do one to the left, one to the right, and then I just, like, smash the ground, and it just, like, sends zombies
Ripples
flying.
and-
Yeah.
Good Lord, you're destroying
And
the
we see
city.
you just keep running down the streets
I'm dangerous
towards
right now.
I
Trinity
noticed
Park.
that.
Okay, Katie.
Well,
You got an 8.
Pretty sure the zombie horde destroying the
Yeah,
city.
I'm pretty sure the zombie...
It's not gonna notice an extra couple punch holes.
So, on a 7 or 9, you choose one. You leave something or someone behind in the horde.
Me?
The zombies hold you back. It will take you extra time to push through. Or, you'll arrive on time, but it's going to take great effort. Or, you arrive on time, but you're exhausted and in a vulnerable position.
I had in my head, like, when Mario is riding Yoshi, and he does a double jump and, like, leaves Yoshi.
I start crying.
But I think I'll do, it used to something about it's harder to put, like,
It's going to take great effort to push through.
I'll do that one.
Okay.
Because I don't want to leave Nazgûl.
So,
Thanks, pal.
you,
Even though it's funny.
Even though we both rolled a miss, so that probably means
So
we're not
you
gonna make
will-
it there.
You will arrive on time, but it's going to take you great effort to push through. So you find yourself surrounded by zombies. I want to know what this great effort looks like.
You're riding on my back.
Yeah, well, should I
Well,
do the
it's
other one
kind of
then?
at the point where, like, we're
Zombies
describing
are
this...
climbing up on
we're-
top of each other, like
yeah,
World War
like,
Z.
like World War Z status we've kind of established. Like, they could form a tower and, like, knock you off. I just want you to describe this scene to show
Plus,
how
this
you get
also
there.
could be when we get closer to the park where flying isn't as
Well, should we
as
do ours
viable
together
too.
then?
It could be any part.
Yeah.
Or people are jumping.
Okay, so
zombies
Nazgûl,
are jumping off.
you
buildings.
failed
Yeah.
to mark potential.
I think based on how he
Okay.
handles it all.
We can handle it that way.
Yeah.
Give me a pencil.
What was your total, Nazgûl?
That would be a 4.
A 4? Okay,
No, 5, sorry.
on a failure, choose 2. You leave something or someone behind in the horde. The zombies hold you back. It will take extra time to push through. It's going to take great effort to push through. Or you arrive exhausted and in a vulnerable position.
What was the second one?
The zombies hold you back. It will take extra time
See,
to push
you
through.
could pick
Let's
leave
do zombies
someone
hold me back then.
That's what I was like,
Okay.
And then
what
she
you
gets
out there, great effort
Okay. So it'll take you great effort to push through, and the zombies hold you back, so it will take extra time. So Nazgûl will not arrive on the scene at the same time as everybody else, and it's going
Cool.
to take you a considerable
So
amount of
far.
effort to get there.
How the heck am
What-
I going to get there without him?
Yeah, maybe they
I have
knock
to,
me
like,
off
walk.
and you just...
So start thinking about your
What's
powers,
that?
girl.
Hijack another vehicle.
Psychic cars,
No, we have established
for
it's not.
God's sake.
go kart.
Okay, so which one do you want to choose, Kid Katie?
Just give me the
Theo? We can maybe switch over to Theo.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Because you failed, you have to choose 2. So mark potential.
Yeah, I already did. I will definitely arrive. I would like to arrive there on time, but exhausted and in a vulnerable
position. And the list, I know it's a custom move, but I don't really have anything that I can leave behind, and certainly not someone. So I think the only other thing is the great effort.
What the hell? You just arrived naked?
Yeah. And then
vulnerable.
But so I'm gonna pick it's gonna take great effort to push through and exhausted in vulnerable position. And I think for the great effort to push through, and this might be a good idea, just for you, I don't know if you want to accept it. The great effort might be me channeling more energy into my abilities and trying to overcome the obstacle by trying to do what I did at the high school again, thinking that I'm capable of still...
I like that, and I think the moves definitely snowball in this case, so I want you to roll to unleash your powers. Yeah, for sure.
Oh boy. It's great. I got an 8, but let's see. Freak is 2, and Hopeless, so I got an 8. And, we cleared my magic weakness, so there's no... So I get just an 8, which means my powers are temporary and unstable. So you will tell me how that is. But or temporary, but that's how I figured it kind of rolls into maybe arriving vulnerable. Like, that might lead as to what kind of vulnerable. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors going on. I'm not entirely certain how to, best parse them, but, on a 7 and 9, mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how it's. So you don't want to mark a condition.
Actually, yeah, I didn't realize that was an option. I'll do that. Okay. And I'm gonna do.
You in those conditions.
Let's see.
You gonna be angry again? You're pretty much. I mean, Theo's pretty much always pissed off. Theo is the definition of teenage angst.
You know what? No, I'm gonna be afraid.
Okay.
It took me.
Zombies are pretty scary.
Well, because I wasn't sure about getting my powers back when she drained me. And I was testing them and flying through the zombies, almost getting bitten. It took me great effort to get here. So, I've ditched all of my high school gear, all my protective gear, because I didn't think, we were going to be doing this again. And I can see kind of Theo trying to power up, and and this is just really helpful because we've been playing a lot of Mass Effect. But when they do their charge forward kind of thing,
which is kind of how I always imagined this.
Yeah, so he's charging forward and trying to burst through them and kind of create small pockets of space to do it again and keep pushing through. But each time it's diminishing return, and the pocket of space gets smaller and smaller, and so maybe his clothes are getting torn because the zombies are grabbing him. A couple almost bite him, and it's a combination of that and every zombie video game we've seen, kind of I don't know, that one with that photographer guy, and I'm just freaking out, and grabbing whatever gear I have on me, still some random hockey stick or whatever I can find on the ground and swing a rebar, swing away at them. Just to barely give me enough space to maybe even just jump across the mob.
The old boy analogy from earlier from the previous episode. You are just exhausted. We can see the toll it's taking. Or that scene in I think it was season 2 of Daredevil, the fire alarm stairway fight.
Yeah,
you can just
see
the
super tired
and
trying to jump over the mob, knowing I can do it, but I keep coming up short, landing, crashing into.
Okay, so that's super awesome. We see all these panels of you just trying and clawing, and
maybe even asking Arthur, come back, and he's just clearing through them, and I'm trying to keep up,
and
just falling behind.
We see Theo, and I really want to kind of end on this and switch to these two. We see Theo kind of push past the last of the zombies, and from his point of view, there's the park up ahead and the barricades, and people are shooting, and with one final leap, he and lands on the green grass and pants. And you look up, we see for the side panel, you looking up, and there's the automatopoeia of a gun cocking. Back to Nazgrim and Katie. Have you guys made your decisions?
What?
Yeah.
What was your choice?
I was gonna get. It's gonna take me a long time to get here. It's gonna take a lot of effort to get over here. to get to the goal.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna be exhausted probably.
I was thinking maybe I like the idea of like me get like hop behind by him and I like
You're
just throw
flying
you and I
like
leave you behind.
Have to be mine?
what if you like fly low
So I,
to like
wanna
pick up
sacrifice
someone or
myself for
save
you,
someone or
big
something?
baby.
And they grab you? He does want to sacrifice himself to save you. You leave Kid Katie behind as well.
No, I throw her ahead of me.
You throw her ahead
of
of you.
behind.
Can I?
That fits the
Take-
fiction if that's what you guys want to do.
If I take a little bit longer, can it be because I go back and then go forward?
Well, one of your options is leave someone behind, right? And that could be me.
Yeah, but I'm not behind.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I would do that.
Okay.
Especially after the whole thing with Imp.
Yeah,
I don't leave anyone behind.
So Ohana means family.
Family's forever.
Family. That one gets left
Okay,
behind. Please,
so-
Disney, don't sue us.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's really, you know what?
I said family's forever.
No one
alright,
gets left
so-
behind.
You wanna take extra long because you double back
Double back.
to help him, or
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that can be why you take
Okay.
extra long. Yes, to help him through. Nazgrim. So you throw Kid Katie as they grab like
yeah, and they start grabbing
they
me.
do that thing where they tower up and grab your leg, and how does that look? I'm
He like looks back and he tries to like blast them, but he starts like seeing there's too many of them. They start like swarming him. He has like feel Kid Katie on his back, and he like looks up at her. Come on, I grab you.
I'll be like, no, 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 no,
And he
no.
grabs you and he
Flings you.
go,
You win!
and then like you kind of get grabbed down.
Yeah, and they pull him into like the horde, and they also
So
like, swarm him.
you need to. So you're gonna arrive late.
Yeah.
And it's gonna take a considerable effort. So I need you to how are you going? Considerable effort means you have to unleash your powers to get through.
Yeah.
How does it look?
So they start swarming him, and like he just like tries to pull out like his sword and starts cutting at him. There's still too many of them, so he starts blasting at them, and there's still swarming him. So he just tries to like unleash like a giant super
Solar
hero
flare?
blast.
Yeah. I mean,
a big final flash.
You
Final
do
flash.
final flash.
Yeah.
You do have heliokinesis.
Yeah.
So yeah, roll that. I think that idea of you like fighting and is pretty cool. So roll for that.
Yeah, I'm tired as hell, and there's a
Oh my god,
Ten.
10 plus 3 is 13.
Oh, crap.
Okay.
I just rolled a roll.
Did it.
13. So Nazgrim, you put your claws together as the zombies are like tearing at your armor, and you just unleash that like, and we see like Kid Katie hold her hand up, and behind the triumphant Golden Glove and the Theo, who Golden Glove sees kneeling down with a
Light
couple of
behind
Aegis
me.
soldiers. This light goes and incinerates a row of zombies, and standing in like the crater of like charred dead flesh, cut to pieces, is Nazgrim like panting.
That's use all my energy.
And then Kid Katie doubles back to help him through. Tom, you have a -1 ongoing for being exhausted. So you two will arrive soon, but Golden Glove, you arrive on the scene to see you are at the edge of Trinity Park, and Trinity Park has a massive blue sort of effervescent bubble surrounding it.
Mhm.
You're maybe a block out, is where you guys are, in a staging area that Aegis has set up. There are Aegis agents everywhere. Guards, in full armor with riot gear and weapons, and that green beam coming from the central of the park is still shooting into the sky. You can see dark clouds coalescing around it, and maybe 100 feet from you is Theo, or Meteorite, panting on the ground, surrounded by 5 Aegis agents with guns pointed directly at him.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm gonna yell over to the Aegis agents. Stand down now.
Okay, you're just yelling at them to stand down?
Yeah.
Okay. They just kind of... They don't really break from looking at you. But... Do you want to do anything, Theo, in this situation? How does Theo act? Does he just stay there? Or...
No. I'm going to stand up, like, looking at them,
Mhm.
and I just go, "It has been a very long and hard day. I am neither undead or a threat. So unless you want to be on the other side of this combat, you will stop pointing those at me."
They keep their guns trained on you, and a man in heavy riot gear sort of walks through the crowd, and he says, "Not undead, no, but a threat? Well, quite certainly. Children." It's a tall man, again, it's in armor. He takes his helmet off. He's got blonde hair. This guy needs a name. What should we name him? I don't have a name yet. I know who he is.
Dick McGee.
Dick McGee.
Okay, does he actually have a southern accent?
Yeah, it was.
He has whatever I was doing.
I'm from the south.
It's like molasses dripping out your mouth.
I love that. Connor?
Con
Connor Irongate.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's superhero-y as fuck. I'm or rather super.
Is he a superhero?
No, he's not a superhero, but that's like totally the name of a character.
Yeah, in the
Hey, you
superhero.
got it first try.
Irongate.
Connor Irongate?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
He says, "Children,
He holds the line.
Captain Irongate, at your service. Now, if you'd
Stonewall,
kindly
but-
stand down. Aegis has the situation under control.
What do you call that green light?
Don't reckon I know any better than you, Golden Glove.
I reckon that's not under control.
The situation is contained.
For now.
So then the shield is your doing?
The situation is contained. No. Now, you two have caused quite enough trouble this evening.
And a
What
lot of
with
saved
your
lives.
Escapades. A lot of saved lives, sure. Maybe. Bet Blue Spider and Legion would have done it without your help, and we still would have had a school standing. Let alone, wouldn't have millions of dollars in repairs down in the spires. So, my men here will quietly escort you off the premises. Look, I'm offering you a good deal here. We can go separate ways. I don't need to know who you are. This don't need to get ugly.
And it won't if you let us through. I'm tired of playing these games. Step aside, or I will force you aside.
Okay, because Theo at this point, while they're having their altercation, is looking at between the way that he said the situation is contained. I'm assuming he's looking off to the distance, and there's some men just like staring at this shield, like unsure, like there's no plan for them to go in, really.
So
It's not their
look
choice.
over and you see like a couple engineers like probing it,
and it just like bounces their stuff back, and maybe I've noticed like trees are like bent too, so the shield is self-contained.
Okay,
And
I
so
like that.
and
That's
so
cool.
and so maybe my character is thinking like, but if you let us in there, like whatever damages could like what could be possibly worse than letting him channel his thing. So maybe
Okay, yeah, pierce his mask definitely. You can pierce Connor Irongate. Good name.
Should have been a colonel to the captain.
So it could have been Colonel Stonewall Jackson.
No, Colonel Sanders.
Okay,
Oh.
that's an 8 minus 1 ongoing. That's a 7 minus 2 for
Being a big old fart.
for now. Just because you guys kept pushing my mundane down. so really, you guys have yourselves to blame on this one.
Your one good talent. And
yeah.
push it down.
And because I'm supposed to be. That's why I was like, well, you guys kind of pushed away what was special about me.
It's so easy to just
So
look at
now-
my name gone.
So now I'm at a 5, so I'm gonna take this potential, and just yeah. So while I don't know how I could ask these questions, I think like my character would still interject, and just simply say, "Look, Captain Gates, the shield is clearly not yours. If he and I can somehow go through, whatever damages we do on that side should clearly not compare to whatever the Necromancer could be doing on both sides of the shield. You've nothing to lose."
Boy, we have everything to lose right now. And you are proving nothing but a dangerous mind. Man, Containment Unit Alpha. And they grab you by the arms.
Oh, hell no. I don't want this. No.
And start marching you off towards a nearby APC.
I'm gonna say no. They aren't gonna grab me.
Not you, him.
Oh, okay.
They're taking Theo.
Oh,
Or they're taking Meteorite. And he just goes, Golden Glove, you can still walk away. You don't want this to get ugly.
I'm never gonna walk away and leave people to get hurt. I'm gonna save everyone.
He kind of laughs and says, Boy, you're young, but when it comes to Halcyon City, you think everyone can be saved? But clearly you ain't been paying attention. And he's shifting your savior down and your mundane up.
Alright, I'm gonna try to reject it. I got a 4. So I do not But I mark potential for doing that.
You do.
And so he shifts my savior down, you said?
On a miss, the words hit you hard. You mark a condition and I adjust your labels.
Okay.
So, you have hopeless marked? Because he's marking hopeless.
How do I get rid of hopeless in...
Hopeless is the one...
But it won't get rid until the end of
you
the
fling yourself
No, I know.
relief.
Yeah,
Okay,
make out with
that's
Nazgrim.
Come on, Nazi. Lay one on me.
Lay one on me, Nazi.
Just what I needed.
Okay, so you're shifting my savior down, you said.
Mm-hmm.
And what up?
Mundane.
Okay.
He's telling you that you can't save everybody. You're just one person. You're just one man. It's not going to happen.
So I imagine I internalize that.
You're real sad.
Yeah, I feel pretty shitty. I guess maybe a flashback to me being a huge dick to the other Golden Glove. Kind of like, oh shit, like I didn't really save him, or like Everbright or Katie.
No, I see.
Yeah, you say him. But I'm still going to. I'm gonna look him in the face and go, but I can try. Let us through. Let us to the shield. We can do it.
Okay, and as you do this,
as
I'm being dragged away, I'm going to scream out and say, Althra, he's not going to listen. We have to do this on our own. And I'm going to directly engage my my guards.
Oh.
So you're gonna start just
And
fighting back?
I'm gonna start, punching the shit out of them and using my extra gravity, shake them off and just start punching them and kick them away.
Oh no, totally. So I imagine
like as they're dragging me
so
towards
they're
the APC,
like hooked on your arms.
Yeah.
So that means you reach up, and for a brief moment they're weightless, and then slammed back down into the ground. Because I love the idea that
I want to throw them at the APC instead. And then just throw them. Yeah.
Cool. So Theo grabs them by he plants his feet, grabs them by the arms, and hurls them into the APC.
Yeah. Because
cool.
So I'm pretty sure this is gonna end in one way, and there's a reason why I chose this. So
I got it.
So yeah. Do you have a negative to directly?
I have -5 at the moment.
Oh my
I can't succeed except for on a 12.
I mean, you're still coming out ahead in the long run because you're working.
No, but watch this. So I get a 4 or a 6 -5. That's a 1. So let me mark my potential. Now the reason I threw them at the APC, Bull and China Shop. I choose to still succeed, and maybe avoid their powerful blow, and the giant destruction and the blow that I will deliver onto
Bull
them.
China Shop, just so I can read it. Because
I think you have it.
Oh, I do have the bowl over here.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, it says I can still pick one from the thing, so and I have to cause significant collateral damage.
To the environment to choose an additional option, even on a miss. I love it. So you're going to choose to throw them into it and avoid their...
I'm going to avoid any powerful blows that can come my way, because I'm sure they're going to open fire, and then maybe I'm running away. And the collateral damage is me throwing those guards into their APC. I kind of love the idea that...
And you yell, no, they're not going to listen, we have to do this. And they kind of get that moment of weightlessness, and they're like, oh, what? Oh no! And and they hit the APC.
It boomed.
Yeah. And they kind of slump to the ground, unconscious, not dead.
They're probably dead, but it's a comic book, so they're not.
Hey man, if Batman can take them down non-lethally, so can I.
Cool. How do you avoid the blow?
So the blow is, I would then assume the rest of the guards start to open fire on me.
What do you do? How do you avoid that?
I'm going to turn. And, again, this is the end of me yelling at Arthur to run for it. And as the bullets come flying at me, just as I power up, it's just, super desperate. And I'm just, maybe some of the bullets get, there's going to be, a heavy, aura around me. And, the bullets maybe, drift off a little bit. And then, you just see my character disappear through the park towards the shield.
Okay, I get it. It's kind of like gravitational, pull.
Yeah. And they just push
like
around me,
slingshot around the moon.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you just
I
see
also
me.
like that because like behind him when he's doing that, so we get that like and like they just pelt trees and rocks and like assault machine gun fire is just all around him, and he's into the bushes. We see Theo or Meteorite, and Iron Gates says, "After him! Don't let him get there." And as for you, and he points directly at Golden Glove. And then as he like steps down and like goes to draw from his holster, and then we get like you turn the page, and it's kind of like a meanwhile situation in the middle of the park. A fountain has like lifted up out of the ground, and there is like a crater. There are about a dozen black orb figures chanting, and atop the fountain is the Eye of Grohm. And the Necromancer chants, pounds his staff, and zaps it with this green energy. And he says, "In the name of the First Ones, I call forth Davos from the Deimos realm." And the eye begins to open. Kid Katie and Nazgrim arrive at the perimeter setup about a city block from the park to see...
Sure they hear the gunfire.
You hear the gunfire, and you arrive to see Iron Gate walking towards Golden Glove, and several men running off into the background. Theo is nowhere to be seen. And
I'm sure you see a shit ton of trails and shit everywhere.
Guns are being trained on your location. What do you do? And you can see the APC that has been like toppled over and crushed, and a couple of guards. And you kind of recognize that that's Theo's little signature right there. So,
Wanted destruction. Who else is Theo? Right?
okay, what did the two of you do?
First, hail Nazgrim.
Yell at me?
Yeah. Dude, what the fuck?
They were attacking us. I had to do something.
You throw me?
So let me.
You just casually walk up arguing.
I'm sure Katie's like just like you guys are arguing, and she's just like, dude, what the fuck? And you're just no, but like she's like emotion controlling them, just like and you're sad.
No, they're not doing anything to us yet.
They have guns trained on you, and you see.
And so you
Iron,
guys are just arguing.
Nonchalant. I like that.
Yeah.
Iron Gate like drawing
It's
his
typical.
gun.
We knew Meteorite has gone through here, but still.
You I like it. You kind of immediately sense the situation. Is this like just you guys being you, or is this like a ploy?
No, this is us being us.
Oh my god!
I had to save you
By throwing me into a horde of zombies.
I threw you towards a goal. I knew you could handle the rest.
You really thought I would leave you behind?
I wasn't.
Again.
The guard, like, they're just like, because I imagine you were just walking forward the whole time, like, not even stop. They just got guns kind of trained, and Iron Gate just says, "They keep coming out of the woodwork." What do you do?
I would like to keep talking to them.
I was gonna say
until they engage us.
Yeah.
Just keep walking through the hole that Meteorite.
Well, I figured if
just
we
remember
attacked
how
two different angles,
it would be.
I want
to have a platoon of people.
if I threw you and then he's like lying to you, clearly we could attack them from two different angles. That would work to our advantage.
It was
lying
strategy.
sack
Yeah.
of shit.
I didn't know what to do. There were too many of them.
Well, you did the wrong thing.
What should I do next time, Katie?
We'll just fight them together as a team.
Children, enough!
The hell?
You guys are like probably about to where Glove was at this point.
And like his gun maybe drawn, like 'cause he was like,
Is his gun
like,
drawn on him?
His gun is out now.
Okay.
No, he doesn't have a gun out because it's stupid. He knows he can't attack fucking superheroes with guns. He's got a baton that like a taser baton. So Theo dashes off. He yells to go after them. Walks forward and draws his baton. And they've all got guns pointed at him. As this happens is when you two sort of come out of the background and everyone is just like, really? As you two argue and walk up to Golden Glove, and that's when he says, "Children, shut up."
Okay.
So that's the situation. Does that make more sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, what do you The three of you are there, I guess. I was giving you two the opportunity to make moves. You just wanted to argue.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I like that we're
Yeah, it's great.
It's fun.
So I'm gonna use my legendary speed to essentially just like grab his wrist that has the baton, like he's holding it. I grab his like wrist, kind of just hold it out, and I don't know, like break his wrist, but essentially just squeeze it until he like lets go.
He's not gonna hit
Yeah,
us,
I mean,
right?
like,
Is he a threat right now?
you can.
It's like a taser baton.
But
It
wait,
could be a threat.
Are you not?
It could be a threat.
Like he's, like,
if you
in
get
his
hit with that, or
face.
you get
He's
hit
in
with
our
that.
face.
Well,
It's
supposedly you guys
electric,
walk. I
and
mean,
you have
according to the
technology,
narration,
if you
you
wanna-
walked up
So
to
like,
where.
imagine a line.
Well, sorry, I think I imagined him like on a
No, he's not on anything. He's
Like-
like it's an
because
open
you said
field.
like a barricade, so I was imagining it like
No, well,
He's down, he's
a barricade
punching
is not a.
So
Okay.
there's like him, and then there's the three of you, and then there is like the line of Aegis agents, like Aegis responders.
Yes, we're just walking up the Golden Glove.
Out of
Yeah,
like,
they're walking up.
yeah, and that's why everyone's
And for the
like,
record,
really confused
you
for all of a
can
sudden.
totally like hold his hand and like
Yeah.
put it in a hold like in like pressure point.
Yeah.
You don't have to break.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
Really,
no.
like
Es-
you want to
essentially,
use your speed to disarm him, I guess.
essentially, yeah. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Roll to unleash your powers.
is that really unleashing my powers?
yeah, you're not directly.
You're not directly engaging him as a threat. You're just trying.
And
to...
so that would be freak.
Yes.
Oh shit! So -2 for freak. Oh, and then I have another
Why did you
-2
do
for
that?
hopeless. Shit! I shouldn't have done this.
Do you? I forget if I get to tell you. You can. You
7 -4.
Nice 3, bro.
You hesitate for a brief second, and his eyes catch it. And as you dash forward, he tases you. Take a powerful blow.
Is that a powerful blow for me?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
super magic.
I'm telling you, yes, it is a powerful blow
Okay.
for you.
So would that be superior?
No, we just rolled
Why would it be
power blow.
superior?
Oh, I thought it was just like
No,
this is the damage.
it's just dice plus conditions marked.
Yeah. How many conditions? You have two.
just one.
One. So yeah.
Minus
So
one.
he tases you as you run forward
Wait, how'd
into
you
this.
how'd you get rid of insecure?
by
He
pushing the
pulled
golden
off
glove.
the golden glove.
Did that scene end?
No, he,
no, it was
It was the yeah.
It was the
My bad,
move.
my bad.
So he sort of jabs the taser into your stomach, and you feel the electricity course through you. And he says, "Too slow, kid."
9.
9. Ooh, that's high.
That's bad.
9
That's
plus 1, right?
bad.
Oh, but
Alright.
then
9 plus 1, 10.
10, yeah.
Ew.
On 10, choose one. You must remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, etc. You lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way. Or 2 options from the 7 to 9 list.
Well, I ain't gonna flee, and I'm not gonna pass out. Let's unleash my powers in a terrible way.
Oh my god.
You could have picked 2 from the bottom list.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna.
Okay, so you're going to do that. You're going to mark 2 conditions and...
Wait, what?
You know the scene in the Avengers movie?
Oh.
Mark
Yeah.
2 conditions,
The
and
reflection in
I'm also going
the-
to provoke a teammate to foolhardy action.
Okay.
We'll lash out verbally.
So,
Is that really?
he... Which conditions are you marking?
I'm going to mark.
I think angry. Is
Angry?
appropriate.
Yeah, I was gonna say angry.
So guilty, or no, not guilty. Angry is good, and I think insecure is good
Yeah,
if you don't have
he's
that
like-
mark,
he's
because
like
it's like,
pretty-
oh shit, I just got hit with a fucking taser by a human.
All right.
That'll knock you down a peg.
All this dangerous stuff here, thinking you're superhuman, and this guy just tased you, bro.
Okay. So I marked angry, hopeless, and I have insecure.
Okay, and then you lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. Do that right now. You gotta lash out verbally at one of these two, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition on them. Do you have influence over either of them?
I do.
To
Both
help,
of them.
to help
Both of them?
you
Both
with
of
the
them, yeah.
situation
Not
too.
necessarily to help. He could provoke
No,
them to
no.
go.
No, to help you with
Yeah.
understand the situation.
Oh,
There's that, and then there's also the fact that in a very tense situation, they chose to just walk up, do nothing, and just
That's the best.
bicker.
and then you got hurt because of it.
Yep.
That'd be a real good time to mark guilty on somebody right now.
So
But
that
you
could
have to give
also
up
be a thing.
influence to do that.
Ooh, I have to give up
Yeah,
influence.
you take
So-
it. Taking
all kinds of
advantage of your
choices.
influence means you give it up. But so you can either attempt to provoke one of them, or take advantage of your influence over.
Can
one
I
of them
attempt
just like
to
a condition.
provoke both of them? Would you allow that? Because
for
as
the
of right now,
purposes-
they're kind of like a single. unit.
You guys are a couple. You guys are a thing.
Sure. Go with the just say yes. Sure. You want to attempt to provoke both of them?
Yeah. So I'm going to attempt to try to provoke both of them. And so I...
How does this look? I mean, you are verbally lashing out. This is not kind, Arthur.
Okay.
We're seeing your dark side a little.
Hardcore.
I'm going to say...
You don't like me when I'm angry.
And remember, you are provoking them to foolhardy action.
I'm going to tell them, stop arguing like fucking children and take him out so we can move ahead.
Okay. Roll to provoke them. You get a +1 on
That
this.
wasn't angry enough or tasery enough.
It's plus superior. Do any of your current conditions marked?
Nope.
Okay.
To provoke someone is guilty.
Yeah. Okay. So you're rolling plus superior, and you have a +1 on this because you have influence.
So I have +4.
Wait, why do you have +4?
Because my superior is +3.
And then he's got
Oh.
influence.
Both of you, yeah.
All
I'm
right.
also going to use my Mary Contrary when you try to
You gave me
provoke.
sassy back
So it's
to
very contrary.
When they try to provoke you, you can interfere. Roll plus superior on a hit. They take -2 on their roll.
Okay. So roll that now.
Right now, yeah.
No one tosses Katie around.
Oh, you got a 10. But
Plus
what
2.
does it do?
I got a 12
Plus
total.
superior. Do you have any conditions? Which doesn't really affect this
that
because
doesn't
it's an
move my move.
individual.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he gets a what?
-2.
He gets so a -2 applied to
But on a
her.
10 plus, you also take
Okay.
influence over them or clear a condition.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you
So what do
you
you
already
do?
have influence over
I already
me.
have influence.
Yeah. So do you want to change his labels with that?
Or you clear condition.
Because you could then knock his superior down because it's not locked.
You can do that. You can lock his screen.
You could be like, but I gotta know what that looks like if that's what you do, because this is an interject move.
This
It-
is
it
so
definitely-
funny. She's like trying to be serious. She's gonna be sassy back at him.
What do you have to roll to provoke me? Superior?
Superior.
Superior. He's got a +4 to it. You're giving
So I
him a
can move it down?
-2. If you knock his superior down, he's got a
We're-
Yeah, but what are you going to
-3.
move up?
I think it's pretty needless to say. After this, we fucking need some team bonding because we started this at day 0, being like, oh yeah, he's the team leader. We listen to what he has to say.
He has not led
No,
the
we
team
don't.
out since then.
No, we don't. At best, we follow Theo around as he's being a dumbass.
No one
and
listens
we
to
never
me.
listen.
I think
The time it went best was when Nazgrim stepped up and led the team.
Maybe
that?
in the bank
robbery.
Oh
And
yeah.
Nazgrim was like, I guess I'm taking charge, and everyone was like, this went really well.
But even then,
job,
the
man.
military
Guy, I guess that makes sense.
yeah, it does make
And
perfect
even then,
sense.
me being the dumbass charging in ahead of time before even consulting anybody.
I'm gonna move your superior down, your mundane up.
Mundane up.
Yeah, what are my other choices?
Oh, what did move my
And-
savior
and
up?
You
How
said
does
don't
that? How
stop.
does that look
Move my
when you
savior.
yell it?
Move my savior
Oh no!
up,
So
please.
He says,
we're
stop
gonna
running
need
like
to-
fucking children.
yeah. So how does it look when you retaliate?
Because you gotta
Okay.
put him
Okay.
down.
Excuse me? Why are you being such a dick all of a sudden? You need to pull that stick out of your ass and just worry about yourself. Stop telling us what to do.
Okay.
He's gotta
So now you roll.
start to stick up his ass right now. It's a
What,
taser.
what would I increase though? You said move my superior down, and
In
Mundane
Mundane
up.
up.
would it be mundane?
So
How much you
Katie
said?
decides. Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
decides.
It doesn't necessarily. When you
Okay.
shift labels like this, it doesn't necessarily.
No,
Because
I-
you're
I
saying
get it.
you're bossing us around. I'm like,
You
No,
have the
fuck
same levels. You're not the boss of me,
I get it.
and she's much more mundane than you.
I get it.
So,
Situation is golden.
9, 10, 11.
and then she
Knocks it down by 2.
knocks
so
it down by
9.
3.
2.
And then,
well,
No,
he
two.
already applied that -1.
Yeah.
So it's
So still 9.
still 9 against her.
Her.
So, on a 7 to 9, choose one. If they do it, add a team to the pool. Or if they don't do it, they mark a condition. So which one are you choosing for Kid Katie?
Give her an ultimatum.
Yeah, you give her an ultimate. If she does it, add a team to the pool. If she doesn't do it, she marks a condition.
So I'm gonna say if you don't do it,
You mark a condition.
yeah.
Okay.
If,
And then,
well, wait, hold on. So if she doesn't do it, she can mark a condition, or like, what were my options?
That's it.
so
That's it.
if,
She's
if
one or the
she,
other.
yeah, it's one or the other. If
Okay.
she doesn't do it, she
If-
marks a condition.
If you do it, add a team to the pool.
Okay.
If
And
you
then-
don't
nope.
do it,
You got a 10 on him.
yeah. Ooh.
It's both.
Okay.
If you do it, mark a team to the pool. If you don't, you mark a
So,
condition.
yeah.
Well,
Okay.
obviously,
So
yeah.
now we're at 1.
But see, you're also gonna do it.
Oh,
And then you
yeah.
shut him down, and then you see him there, like, crippled over in pain. You go, shit.
Shit.
What do you two do?
Well,
I have a taser and I tase him.
what?
Psychic taser.
Psychic taser.
I'm okay with that.
I mean, you're such a Green Lantern. It's weird.
Let's see how you like it.
Is it
Especially
not a
because
weapon,
she's
No, it
not
is.
the Nova.
Yeah, it is. No, you're.
It
But,
totally
but,
is.
but the image in my head of you conjuring weird weapons. This is how. No, this is Jon Stewart when he's a little kid. And his imagination is so wild, he summons a fucking mech with a minigun and missiles and is like, yep, this is my Green Lantern construct that's gonna attack people now.
That was such a good episode.
He was a cool kid.
So I'm just saying, this is what I see. You're just like,
Young Wonder Woman.
I want to shock you back with your own taser.
Okay, roll to directly engage the threat. And what's Nazgrim doing? Hit as
Pull out
well.
my sword and charge him.
Okay.
With the sword?
He told us to get rid of him.
Are you
Didn't
gonna
kill him.
Are you gonna
End
aid?
him.
Well,
You gonna aid her, or are
maybe
you
he's
gonna
not-
directly engage him on your
I'm gonna
own?
directly engage him because it helps me with whatchamacallit.
Oh shit, my danger's -1.
Are we
Oh, and afraid. If anybody's afraid, it's also another -2 to directly engage.
are we taking? Oh no, I'm talking to the team, so it's not Flora. Actually, I'm talking to the team. But if I hurt someone, is that clear angry? I hurt this guy.
Well-
I thought angry had to break something.
You have to break something important.
Hurt someone or break something important.
Hurt someone.
In the
I
context
think-
of this,
I
hurting
think
him
someone
doesn't matter.
close to you.
He's a threat. It has to be hurting someone who doesn't necessarily deserve to be hurt.
Okay.
And that can be emotional hurt.
You gonna hurt me? What are you gonna do?
I would never.
I mean,
Right,
you're
you live at my
bulletproof,
house.
but
Okay, so roll. You guys are both rolling
But
to
you're a
directly
dick.
engage the threat.
you're not bulletproof.
Well, you know what? I'll aid her then. How can I aid her?
I'm gonna cut you deep.
You spend a team from the pool.
Oh, I don't want to do that. You just use that. I'll just engage him then. I have -2. What do I have?
What's your danger? -1.
So danger -1, and if you're afraid, then you also
He's
get,
not. He's not.
then just the
and
-1.
then you have a danger of.
-1 as well.
So they're both -1.
We're not very.
Look what you've done.
I got
Nice.
an 8.
An 8.
So 7
Wow.
or just 8.
Eight.
I also got an 8.
Okay.
Oh.
Buddies.
Whoa.
Okay.
So we pick one.
My homie's over here backing me up. After I got
Directly
taken.
engage
Don't tase
the
me, bro.
threat.
Um,
Separate. Pick one. Resist or avoid their blows.
At some point in
Take
this
something
episode.
from them. Create an opportunity for your allies. Impress,
Right.
surprise, or frighten the
They usually just
opposition.
come to me.
I'm
It's hard.
going to. I'll create an opportunity.
Okay. You create an opportunity, and then Nazgrim.
What are my choices? I got an 8, so I only
Yeah, resist or avoid their blows. Take something from them. Create an opportunity for your allies. Impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I choose to take his baton.
Ooh. So
You gonna tase him?
That's good.
Yeah.
Double
You heard
tase.
the golden glove.
you come in, and
That's
he,
true.
you come in at him, and he
Trade
he
blows.
looks
so-
up, and you trade blows. So it's kind of like this, and like
Look at
he
the
gets-
badass.
Yeah.
he's also in like full on riot, like
Yeah.
Aegis riot gear.
Still,
So
I heard we
like,
could be friends one day.
he
Yeah.
hits both of you.
Nah,
You both have to
no.
take a powerful blow
Not after those, but
from fists and like this sort of like dog pile.
So it's just
And then at the end of it, you two stand above him, and so you two stand above him, and Nazgrim totally has the baton, and he's in his hands. And I imagine Kid Katie looks to the others who just kind of have their guns and they're shaking, and you say something to the effect of, like, you might want to get him medical attention or something like that, as he's like lying on the ground, beaten half to hell, and that's gonna pull them away. So you guys can go ahead. But you both need to roll to take power.
6 plus 2
Is
is
he,
8.
Ooh.
take a hit.
sorry.
Choose one. You lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence
We
to
just
inflict a
all
condition.
Foolhardy action.
You
like,
give
now
ground,
Golden
drop
Glove,
this
you do
opportunity,
this.
or you struggle past the pain. Mark 2.
But it's not in a very
What
good.
was the second
Like, I hope you understand. Like, that's not
you
in a
give
very
ground, drop
good
position,
way.
takes
No, it's like a
opportunity.
circle jerk.
one? Which was the Necromancer?
Of like a very.
You don't know. I don't know what it would be.
Fuck you.
Is it gonna...
So, which one do you want to take?
The first one was lash out?
Yeah, I mean, now would be a really good time to lash out a golden glove.
That's not the thing I want to do.
Okay.
Do I mark a condition on 2 or do I just lash out?
No, you just lash out.
I I guess what is it? He hits me too, right? Or something like that.
You got hit in the fight, and that's what's causing you to lash out.
Okay. So I say, next time, be a little more strategic about your actions here, instead of just rushing in, like you seem to be favoring these days.
And what condition do you mark? Not on you, on him.
I don't know, I'm just looking at what I have here.
You have guilty or afraid.
You
Are those your options?
bad.
I think you got to mark guilty.
Guilty then, yeah.
Yeah, you got.
I'm in it deep right now.
Golden Glove is literally just like emotionally on his last legs. He's being pulled in every direction.
So what happens when we get all 5 conditions?
You die.
You don't die.
Oh,
You're
like
out.
immediately?
You collapse. You run. You hide. You're done. You're out of the fight.
Like immediately.
Yeah.
And the last one I have right now is afraid.
I just realized.
Again, things you're not
7 plus 1. So I choose 1. I guess I'll have to give ground to the opposition, and they get an opportunity.
So in that case, how I'm imagining it is, you knock him to the ground, and Nazgrim yells at Golden Glove, and the 3 of you get up and run, and half of them go take care of Iron Gate, and the other half pursue you into the park.
Okay.
And now we cut back to Theo. Theo, what are you doing right now?
Running from armed men. Like, just fuck it up.
Okay, so I really like, we see Theo running.
Extra toughness,
please. And you emerge from these bushes, and you kind of stop and skid, and leaves go flying, and in front of you is the bubble, maybe 10 feet from you. And then bullets start hitting it as they go around your little field, and you turn around and back up slowly until you're pressed against the bubble, and we get like a sort of overhead shot of 3 of the guys in like full-on riot gear. Yeah, the agents in riot gear with guns pointed at you. And one of them just says, could have come the easy way. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to assess the situation, because like I kind of wanted to see, like, maybe feel the bubble and be like, is there something I can do here? Like, look around, like, can I somehow get rid of these guys without,
When you assess the situation, roll plus superior. This is gonna be good.
Please. Oh, there's nothing that gives me a minus to okay, except for the ongoing. Alright, cool.
Sorry, Don.
Why? A 3.
Oh.
Well, plus superior of 2, 5, minus 1, 4. God damn. This is bad. Okay.
Well, hey, we're moving real quick on that potential train.
Yep.
What's that, the 4th time tonight?
Yeah.
So
I got any.
don't know anything on how to do this, and
I don't know.
okay. So I'm gonna, I guess. Oh, well, you have to make a move because I missed.
Yep. I do get to make a move. Love me some moves. I just gotta find my move sheet first. So the main one in front walks forward, and he's got a slight limp. Gun pointed at you, and he says, "Let's see who's foolish enough to defy Aegis." And he just and takes your mask off.
What? He can do that?
Isn't that the Aegis laws? No unmasking of heroes?
So, one of the moves I can make against the Janus is take away their mask.
Oh, no.
Hey, you wanted to leave your mask behind. It's all good.
There's danger.
He just looks at you, and he's like,
he doesn't know.
that Lex Luthor comic. I have no idea who this is.
I was about to say. I'm not that
and then
noticeable,
he says, how's it feel, boy? Without the mask, you really that strong? What do you do?
I think the next thing he would do is, I guess, maybe try to... Like, this is going to be... So it's up to you how we're going to do this, but impossible mobility. I would like to essentially... Because I don't know what the shield is, and I wish I did with that assess, but I mean, impossible mobility and cosmic like powers and whatnot. Like in this particular moment, like he really wants to maybe run away or find some kind of safety. Because already I know like I can't engage them. I'm super like my danger is super low. He took off my mask. So I would like to try to, like, for him, like, to really, he's like, I really want to be, like, put this wall between me and him. And in my sense of the word, like, unleash my power to try to teleport to that space.
You're not going to teleport to it.
Or, like, or just...
Roll to unleash your powers.
Either maybe a combination of absorb enough around the thing to let me pass.
Just fall backwards into
Roll to unleash your powers.
That hopeless, though. Okay.
Actually, no, you're not rolling to unleash your powers anymore.
You're
using that custom move I made.
Which is?
Roll when you absorb magic.
Oh, it's magic!
It's magic.
Whoa. Okay.
Which is roll plus... What did we determine it was?
Yeah.
It was
I think it was freak.
Yeah, it was freak.
Because it's still, unleashing power. So, okay.
Yeah.
I got an 11, plus a freak of 2, 13, minus 1 ongoing, 12.
You crush it.
No, but this is so not gonna feel good.
So he sort of jabs the gun at you, and he says, "Not so strong without the mask, now, or not so confident without the mask. Now, are you?" And I imagine Theo just kind of what do you do? What does it look like?
I'm just gonna
because you absorb. I like the idea that you absorb enough to like fade through, and it's behind you.
Yeah, I'm gonna look back at him, and in a sense understand that like at this point like my powers are just vastly different than what I thought they used to be, and just look at him and say, the mask was just out to help me with the danger, but I'm so much more than just what you see. And then just go and go through the
your
shield.
Skin kind of sizzles and crackles, and you are in a little bit of pain. You roll above a 10, so what we determined is you take -1 forward. So your next roll has a -1 to it. Because you still have some residual magic. And so you swoop, and then we see, like, a sweaty, panting, bruised Theo's hair, like, in his eyes on the other side, and the guy just kind of, and he, with the mask in his hand, slams his fist against the barrier, and then just unloads on it as bullets ricochet into the forest.
Okay, and then you just see Theo kind of, like, and just, like, collapse on the ground for a second, going through the zombies, going through, like, just, I need a breather. Like, and also figure out how the fuck you guys can get in here.
Then the other one kind of, like, there's like a little static, and you can see him, like, in the background of the panel, like he's talking to someone. He says, "Sir, the others are headed this way." And the man goes, "Good. He can watch."
I just look back at him. Good luck. They're better than me.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Jesus.
Golden Glove, Nazgrim, Kid Katie, running towards the big blue bubble. You've got guards behind you, and you know there's still some out here who were chasing Theo, and you don't know where Theo is. What do the three of you do?
So as we're running, I'm gonna tell them. Theo ran off towards the blue sphere. Some Aegis agents were trailing after him. I don't know where they went, but they could still be out here.
You seem fairly hostile now. Is this normal for them to be this aggressive towards us?
No, this is kind of uncharacteristic of Aegis, at least for the given situation.
No, Nazgrim. Iron Gate stopped Theo, stopped the meteorite and I before we were able to enter the sphere's area, saying we couldn't pass, and they didn't need any of our help.
So this is something that's with his group, then not something that's actually taking root in their units.
I don't know. It seems to be going around.
Could be dangerous. These people have a lot of control of the city. But that might be a matter for another time. But right now, we have to worry about the giant, glowing, green, arcing, magical beam in the air.
We just get inside the field.
Inside the field, and then deal with the Necromancer.
That goes without
What does
saying.
Theo do? Does he just sit there, like, and wait, or does he start heading towards the beam?
No.
You're tired as fuck.
Yeah, so I'm gonna sit there and catch my breath for a moment, but as the guards, like, I would imagine, are headed in their direction,
Yeah.
on the opposite side of the bubble, I'm going to, like, he's not the best at stealthing, but I'm sure between not wanting the cultists to know he's here and also wanting to know where to meet up with the team, he's gonna try to follow them, you know, as best
They go,
he
like,
can.
out, but I think you kind of...
Can I assess the situation?
And maybe, like,
Yeah.
I go back in the opposite direction, also hoping, like,
because the bubble's a sphere, like, that I came that way. So, you know what I mean? Like, just kind of trace, and
Yeah,
hopefully
for
you
sure.
run into each other.
All right,
Yeah.
so Kid Katie's going to assess the situation.
What happens if you roll poorly on assess the situation?
Well,
Six.
he gets to make a movie
I
and
got
to
an
ask
8.
questions. So
So I get to ask 1.
Mm-hmm.
How could we best end this quickly? I guess with in regards to the Aegis agents.
In regards to the Aegis agents.
Yeah, like I want to know if they're in this direction, should we go the other way? Like I want to know if there's tracks or like.
How can we best end this quickly in regards to the Aegis agents? Kid Katie thinks back and remembers in the situations you saw when they were when he was talking to them, when they're out there, and other situations you've seen Aegis agents before. They all have linked communication devices in their helmets.
Make them feel. You have emotion control. Maybe get some hot flashes.
think about this. Like what? Like three more dudes?
but you know what I mean.
Like 3 more dudes they're chasing them? Maybe.
There's a handful.
They're
Yeah.
feeling hot
You don't have a
and heavy,
concrete
you know what I
number.
mean?
Okay,
Right, but
so-
And then there's the ones that
but
Arthur
you-
knows are in here.
Yeah, but you
Oh,
know
okay.
a couple
Each
people
other.
are chasing you.
So, if they're chasing us, I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna turn around, and basically just wait for them to catch up.
What are you doing?
And then once they're caught up, I want to use my emotion control to make them afraid.
What are you doing? Why are you stopped?
Shit. Can't explain right now. Just listen to me. I need you to get one of the agents' helmets. I just need you to get one of their helmets.
Kind of glares at you for not explaining it to him. Then he shrugs and nods.
Okay. It's but moments before the heavy tromping of boots pushes through the forest path. And there are 3 Aegis agents. And one of them says, "This is Squad A. We've located them. 3 of them. 1 mile east." And he holds his gun up and he says, "You can come quietly. Doesn't have to end poorly." Guns pointed directly at the 3 of you. What do you do?
I guess it's directly engaged with that, right?
Well, what are you trying
What
to
are you trying to
do with your powers and making them afraid?
I want to make them afraid so that they'll turn around.
That is
Probably unleashing your powers.
unleashing your powers. Because you're not like trading blows with them. You're not directly
Oh.
engaged. You are using it to overcome an obstacle. So yeah, you are unleashing your powers.
If not, I'm going
Well, 'cause
to
it
punch
also-
them.
It creates an
them
opportunity.
something
I wanted to
to
create an
knock 'em
opportunity that way,
Mm-hmm.
but
But I mean, that would
That'd
be the
still be it.
opportunity. Unleashing your powers overcomes obstacles. Them chasing you being the obstacle. I see what you're trying to do, and you can achieve that result. You can.
I just thought unleashing your powers was also like doing something you haven't done before.
Sometimes, if it like
Sometimes
if
it's just you know.
Sometimes it's just
well,
you doing
Every
stuff.
time you've used your ability to control someone's mind or their emotions or
Yeah,
whatever,
unless
that is
that
you
fits
unleashing your
within-
powers.
Unless it fits within another category. Like if you were mind controlling someone to get them to stop shooting someone else, that's defending somebody. But in this case, you're just trying to get them to run away.
Okay.
Or confused enough for someone to sneak up to hit the whatever, like
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
And do you have anything marked? You don't, do you?
No, not. So I have a 7.
Okay. So then,
That's better.
I'd like to tell you how it's unstable or temporary.
But I have to
You
mark
wanted to
the
make them afraid and run away.
Or you can mark conditions. So
They sort of hesitate. They begin shaking, and they're kind of like, and you can hear like chatter on the comms. And they're just they don't run in fear, but they are frozen in fear.
I guess I'm gonna try to attack him and get the helmet.
You heard that too. So if you want
Yeah.
That's one of the things for attacking, right? Is to try to take an item.
Try to take an item. Yeah.
I can
So
do
roll
that.
to roll.
So
to, and you know what? It's not even directly engaging the threat, but you have to act now.
Right.
Yeah.
So
You
charge
can
him.
you can charge them, run up, and just grab a helmet off of them.
Oh, I'll do that then.
Yeah, I don't think because she's got them frozen in fear.
Okay.
You get the helmet and get it back to Kid Katie. Kid Katie, what do you do once you have the helmet? You don't have a whole lot of time to act.
Okay.
You can tell this is going to wear off soon.
Nazgrim, I need you to disable the communication devices in these helmets. Now go, because I can't hold them for
Okay.
long.
So I'm gonna hack it right
so
now.
he's gonna try.
So what's your end game here with shutting off the communication devices?
It'll just disable all the communications.
Just so that they
They're
won't be able to
scattered.
find us. Yeah, like
Yeah.
once.
Okay. What is you have this?
using alien tech.
Yeah, alien ways. Whenever you alien tech.
tech.
When you alter a human device with your alien technology, roll plus freak.
It's basically unleashing your power, but it's not. It's that move.
Yeah. Well, it can do something impossible once. which allows him to use it.
Oh.
It'll just burst into
9.
static electricity and
9.
all of their comm devices explode in the helmets.
So you see it? You roll a 9.
No, they just get knocked unconscious.
So yeah, on a hit, you do it.
Can I just make them explode?
When you get
I think you fry their
Every
comm
time you
units
defend your
completely, scrambling all of them. They have no communication. And to the point where like it screeches in their
That's what I'm
ears, and they
saying.
can't even use
Every
their
time you
communication. It goes beyond, I think, just knocking out their audio communication. Like you scramble all of their GPS, their everything. They're
It's almost like
blind.
an EMP thing,
Yeah,
they just have no-
they're blind.
It's done. I throw the helmet away. And we need to find Theo. Or I'm sorry, Meteorite. I don't know his name anyway.
Well, I mean, I let it slip, and
He did it one
Well, I
point.
still call him Meteorite then.
Okay, so and while they're you knock them out.
yeah, I'm gonna knock them out.
Oh, okay. Because
She
it
got
was
punched.
unstable.
Yeah, it was only going to be temporary. So essentially, if he screwed up, they would have regained control. You gave him the opportunity to do what he just did.
Okay.
Okay, so boom, they're down. You have everything scrambled. You bought yourself some time.
That was a good plan.
And we see the three of you run forward, and you arrive at the bubble, sort of staring up at it, and then coalesces with an opening just wide enough to let the beam through.
I'm gonna look at Katie.
I'm gonna punch it.
No, I'm gonna punch.
I mean, he did it for the giant magical vault.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna look at Katie and go. What do you think? Round 2.
Ding, ding.
Okay. End of session moves. Were you afraid?
Yeah.
You ran from something difficult
Oh,
for
okay.
sure. Yes. I would say what you did was running from something difficult. Like getting your mask back and helping your friends would have been very difficult right then. And you just said, "Fuck it, I'm out. I'm gonna put myself between them."
So here's my other thing for you, Lauren. Take foolhardy action without talking to your team.
There you go.
Have I done any
Yes,
of
you
that?
did that. You absolutely.
Okay.
You just said run and then started a fight.
You do that a lot.
Okay. Hey, I'm
No,
playing
I like
the character, and no one's called me out on
That
it,
makes
so I'm like,
sense.
okay.
No one ever should. Nazgrim, what do you have marked?
Sweet. I went from three.
I can't call you out on it. I do like the
They
same
weren't
kind of
even there.
shit.
I went from
There we
3
go.
conditions to 1.
Congrats.
I
on
have
your conditions.
angry
So-
and insecure.
So I'm good.
Congrats! I have every condition except for 1 mark.
No.
You didn't really.
You
do
did that
any
to
of those.
yourself.
Because I'm not entirely certain what you
You guys
said
told me to play more.
hurt Golden Glove's
Hey, man.
feelings.
Do it.
Yeah. No.
Alright. Golden Glove, did you do anything to absolve your conditions?
I yelled at the Golden Glove previous me.
But that already marked
that
ins-
I
that
know.
already changed, so yeah, no. Okay, so end of session. At the end of every session,
Damn
choose
it.
one. Grow closer to the team. Grow into your own image of yourself. Grow away from the team. Let's start with Nazgrim.
What do I think? I think it applies to me.
Yeah, what do you think applied to you?
I think we're close to the team.
You closer to the team? Explain who made you feel welcome.
Katie.
You keep bickering. Okay. Give influence to her and clear a condition or mark potential. So you have influence over him. Do you already have influence?
I already have it.
So you get to shift his labels.
Let's make you...
Cute.
In the way that we grew closer, bickering, I'm saying... What would go with, like, loyalty and stuff? Would that be, like, savior? Or, like, would it be, like, superior? Like, you're smarter than that.
I don't know.
That's why it's like, shit.
One
I'll
of the
move
ways
superior.
they covered
Do you-
that as a really cool
What's
idea.
My
The
superior
default Nova.
Okay, move it up.
We'll see. Okay, Golden Glove. But it's your choice.
No, I can see it.
Okay, so you're going to grow more into the image of yourself.
Okay, so yeah.
So how do you see yourself and why? Do you see yourself growing away from that portion of legacy? How do you see yourself being closer to what Bullet Case Sam was?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see yourself being not
I
what Bronze has become.
Yeah, I feel
but
like
what Bullet Case was.
I feel like bronze is more about the status and the symbol.
I want to ask you an important question that I think Arthur needs to be mulling over in his mind. Was forging the superhero identity into a legacy a mistake?
No.
He doesn't feel that way.
Do you understand the difference?
He thinks that it was still a right choice to
because I feel like
Make this man.
as long
make this mantle and this ideal, despite the fact that one is clearly self-serving and obsessed with glory, and one
is evil.
It went evil.
as long as there's like villains and evil, there should be a golden glove to stand up and like to be essentially like the human spirit to like not give up.
Yeah, he wants to carry on Bullet Case Sam's.
Yeah.
He just thinks the other two got it wrong.
Interpreted it wrong.
Yeah.
But the legacy is good. Just the other two.
Good. I like that.
That's the reason you're the Golden Glove.
That's
I
the
can't
reason
tell you
want
what to do.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
Sure.
definitely growing in your own
Yeah.
image of yourself with that. So, shift one label up and another down. You know, bring that savior back up.
I guess so.
People keep trying to put that savior down, and he's
You
just
won't accept it.
No, I need to save them.
Right.
Going
I wanna
into
get
the
rid
image
of
of myself makes the most sense.
I think so too.
And the thingies, explain how I see myself. So up until the moment where like they removed the mask, even taking into account all of that, like because he didn't really do any truth finding, but I think between like trying to be a hero, controlling his powers, and even if Aegis might look at him wrong, like to understand that this is more than just like a hobby, like a thing that he's just doing passively.
Mm-hmm.
And so he sees himself trying, like, kind of accepting his powers a little bit more and, like, being okay with himself. But I think, I don't know, like, I think the mask is a good reminder of who he is without it, though. So, I think the best thing that I can think of doing is I haven't really been superior. So, like, I want to shift that down and then probably bring Freak up, because I've been unleashing a lot of powers and stuff like that and realizing that it's not all about danger.
Mm-hmm. I'm good with that. Yeah, that sounds great. Kid Katie.
Growing into my own image of myself.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are doing that today.
Why?
Yeah, how do you see yourself now and why?
I'm gonna move up my superior and move down my mundane. Mostly because I'm not letting people, tell me what to do.
No.
And taking charge a lot more.
So you see yourself as more confident, more leader-like?
Yes. And just
Independent
and smarter.
Alrighty. And that is that.
Hey everyone, this is Lauren over here at the Nerds on a Roll podcast. Thanks for listening to Heroes of Halcyon City, our actual play podcast of Masks: A New Generation. If you liked what you heard, you can find more episodes every other Tuesday. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And if you would like to support us, you can go through our Patreon. We have lots of cool rewards for backers and constantly being updated there. So thank you for listening. See you next time.